Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, one of these Arabic girls that came out called Black People Colonizers actually came out to tell us that she is disgusted that we took or clipped some of her videos to rage bait. And I am asking, rage bait as how? Because you actually came out to call Black people colonizers and use some uh, disrespectful words on us. And now you are saying that we clipped your video to rage bait. And I am asking, what kind of rage bait are we talking about? Now, let's talk about the fact that she came out to talk for like 10 minutes. And we are kind of expected, like a lot of people were like, we expected her to like apologize for what she said. But she did not say anything like that. She actually doubled down, tripled down, and at the same time, still lying on how Black people are, I mean, like destroying so many things for them, and how we decided that we are going to take back our support from them and now support Kamala Harris. Now, the truth is that these people doesn't even know what they are trading, because a video of Trump came out yesterday, and he is saying that he is showing his full support for Israel, and he wants them to finish whatever they have to finish real fast. You know what? Instead, let's get into this video because you don't want to miss out on anything. Let's get into it.
I want to address a few misconceptions about myself, about the things that I've said. The main one being that I am European, or that I am Greek, or I'm living here in luxury. I arrived to Greece in pitch black sea on a dinghy that's designed for 6 people, and I was cramped up with 53 more people, being the only one that's able to swim, and leaving me with the responsibility of saving people in case we drown because of nature, in case we drown because of human error from the traffickers, which there was, or in case the Greek Coast Guard tries to drown us, which happens often. Secondly, there was this entire thing, and there is this entire thing of what have I even done. Since the moment I arrived to Greece as a teenager, and I was put in Moria camp, which was originally a military base that could only fit up until 3,500 people, and by the time of my arrival it had 20,000 people. I was put immediately to translate everyone's trauma in the first 5 minutes, not even the first 5 minutes, even less. The second I arrived, I was put to translate everyone's trauma and everything that's been happening there. And after spending some time helping people and translating for people, and I escaped that camp and I came basically to Athens. I started working and volunteering for non-profit organizations that help the refugee community, mainly from Africa and the Middle East. And I've worked for non-profits that did everything from job advocacy to medical care, and the ones that I've worked in the most have been helping victims of human trafficking and abuse basically find a future here in Europe. So yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this entire thing about what have I even done, because even me, with my little resources as a refugee, I've dedicated my entire existence to serve others. Which leads me to my next point. Because of all the work that I've done, because of all the refugees that I've helped from Africa and from the Middle East, I've heard so many gut-wrenching stories. I've heard many stories from Africa. I've heard many stories from the Middle East, including my own story, and I can bear witness that everything is linked back to the Zionist regime. Everything can be linked back to American and European imperialism. And there's this entire notion right now that I am not American, therefore I do not get to speak up about what's happening in America and the policies that are being made or anything, which, if there's anyone in this world that has the right to speak on America and its imperialism, it is us in the global south, because we suffer directly because of the policies, because of American intervention, because of American bombings, because of the entire psychological warfare that's happening on us, on our men, on our community, and the entire ethnic cleansing and stealing of our resources to benefit the European, the American, and the Zionist empires. Which brings me to my next point. Everyone is saying you're only speaking up about Western imperialism and you're not mentioning the Arab one. I am literally a refugee because I don't know what to say further than this. Why do I not criticize others? I have criticized others. I got my accounts banned by Jordanians for speaking against the Jordanian monarchy. As to why most of my social media is dedicated to Palestine and what's happening to Palestinians, other than the fact that Palestinians here in Athens get next to zero aid, zero attention, and I have to literally work single-handedly as an NGO, finding them resources, fundraising for them, and all those things. I have personally lost more than 15 people in the past 10 months. And I'm still trying to process. Now I will move to the part where most of you found it problematic, and I will just show you one thing before I start. See, Kamala for president. Kamala for president. Yes, Kamala for president. Listen, we need help. We need to win this election. So wait a second. You help us, we will help you. Listen, see, you getting Kamala for president. We will see you get this. Thank you, oh, you think that's gonna happen? You think that's gonna happen? Thank you, Anna. Something for your ass. USA! No, I'm not American TikTok. Okay. We need help here. So if you're not getting up, you're not promoting Kamala winning and influencing the people, get off my butt. So yeah, regarding my critique and the video that I made that day, I was watching all the news of the rockets that hit the bombs and how people were gathering organs in plastic bags and they still didn't have enough organs to... Please just go watch that. I can't even begin to explain it without getting emotional, and I already keep taking a lot of pauses while making this video. Do not be emotional, because that's what all of you want me to do, not be emotional. So yeah, I saw that video, and it's basically someone that has so much luxury to be able to look at someone who is actively in a genocide with the only thing sheltering him being a tent to shelter him from American bombs that are sent by the Zionist regime, basically telling him to vote for Kamala Harris or get the fuck out of here. I saw that, and I've been seeing the entire online discourse from the liberal community, and especially the liberal African American community, advocating for Kamala Harris and washing all her crimes away, calling her things like girl boss, and especially there was this one creator that I initially wanted to stitch, but I decided against it because I don't want hate to be directed towards a black woman, ever. So initially I wanted to stitch her, but I decided against it because she went from supporting Palestine to calling Kamala Harris things like elegant for interrupting protesters, and basically just like a lot of the online community, the African American online community, defending Kamala Harris and washing all her crimes away simply because of her skin color, which I can understand a lot. I generally can understand a lot. I can understand somebody picking one person over the other and voting for them. I can understand a lot, genuinely. But what I will never understand is somebody washing someone's crimes away simply because of their skin color, and that's what I was trying to say. I have been seeing nothing online but people criticizing and calling everyone anti-black for simply standing against Kamala Harris. That's what I was trying to say, and I was in such a horrible place. And again, English is not my first language, so I was not able to jump between topics as much as I wanted. Which leads me to the next thing, why I address the African American community more specifically than anyone. I do understand the African American community is just 13%. 13% of the entire population. However, and this is a big however, 30% of army personnel are of African American descent. This is a over-representation, a disproportionate one. For a minority, the U.S. military is a colonial terrorist organization that comes to our countries, that flies all of you out to come to our countries to steal our resources, to kill us, to wipe us from existence. And that's what I was trying to say. I have been receiving so many messages from even Arabs that live in America who were made to stand up in front of the entire class and apologize for anti-blackness, for saying things like, Obama bombed my country, Obama killed my people. There's so many horror stories that I already know of, and I am still learning a lot of, even from Arabs that live in these states. And I've been having a lot of conversations even with veterans, and all of them are able to understand where I'm coming from. And I've had conversations with also African Americans that do come from veteran families, and their families basically told them that they are never to join the military just because they know what happens there and they know what they've done themselves. And I am so disgusted by everyone that took my videos and clipped them to be basically rage bait. And for everyone that basically said that I was yelling and I was disrespectful, I am entitled to have my emotions. I am not going to apologize for being in distress. If you are able to look at somebody whose people are going through a genocide in distress, crying and begging people to do something, anything, and your first response is you're yelling, I would really encourage you to check your privilege. And a lot of people are in my comments, in my DMs, asking me for solutions while failing to identify the problem. And I am saying that I am on your side. Please stop joining the army. Stop killing us. Yeah, so if you are not able to identify the root problem, then we are far from finding a solution. You pledge allegiance to a country that hates you. It's as simple as that. And for those that are accusing me of me asking you to die for my cause,
I want to address a few misconceptions about myself, about the things that I've said. The main one being that I am European.
Why are you gaslighting us? We saw all of your videos. You said what you said. You sat here and just did a whole 10-minute video about, oh, you know, I did this, I did that, I did... No, we don't care about none of that. You call black people colonizers, bro. You call black people colonizers because you saw a couple black folks in the military. What you should have said was, I apologize. But instead you double down and then you made some 10-minute video trying to make us feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you. I don't care about your history. I don't care about your past. You were disrespectful. You called black people colonizers. Nah, this wasn't it at all, bro. Like, I swear, every other race in this world just look at black folks as just a stepping stone. We're just a joke to y'all. I can never understand that. Man.
And I am so disgusted by everyone that took my videos and clipped them to be basically rage bait.
Well, how about you start with the fact that you call black Americans colonizers? You're colonizers specifically. If people don't understand, just because we are saying somebody is anti-black does not mean we're calling them racist. Two different things. I see this woman going through a lot of pain due to her genocide that she's dealing with within her group of people, so I definitely understand that pain. But you cannot be sitting here expecting people of color in the United States to stand up for you while also calling us your colonizers. And I understand what she was trying to say. I believe she was trying to say that our American system is the colonizers and the oppressors. But understand, we are getting oppressed just like you're getting oppressed. So once again, you have a whole group of other people that you need to talk to before you directly say, well, you know, you black Americans, you... And then I hear stuff like, don't join the United States Army. Actually, the recruitment for the United States Army is at an all-time low. But trust me when I say oppressors will oppress regardless. And they will find a way, like drafting people to join the military either way. there needs to be another solution. And I got into a conversation with somebody from Palestine previously, and they said, well, you don't care about people from Palestine. I said, no, I fight against any kind of genocide. But understand, if you're going to open up the conversation on one end, you're going to open it up on another end. And you're not going to like what you hear because other people are also being oppressed at the exact same time. Two things could be true at the exact same time. Now, looking for more support amongst your people in fighting against genocide, I absolutely support you in that fight. But trust me when I say Black Americans are stuck in this system, just like many other groups of people.
And I am so disgusted by everyone that took my videos and clipped them to be basically rage bait.
You talked for 10.5 minutes and I watched every second of it, and you still did not apologize for calling Black Americans colonizers when Black Americans are the oppressed people in this American society. So no, nobody clipped your stuff for rage bait. We clipped it because you called us colonizers. There's no way we can be colonizers and oppressed. That's an oxymoron. They can't be true at the same time. So either Black Americans are lying about being in slavery, about segregation, about racism, even though we just seen what happened to Sonia Macy, and we just seen what happened to homeboy in Nevada who got bullied by a bunch of white folk because he was trying to do his job, and they told him, hey, there's a tree down the road that we used to lynch folk. Either we're all lying about all of that, or you're spewing rhetorics that is just disingenuous to the Black experience. That is the problem, and y'all still have not addressed it. We understand your struggle. We understand what you are dealing with. We understand what y'all are going through, and we stand with Palestine. However, you do not have to stand with Palestine and tear down the Black community at the same time. So if people continue to clip your stuff, it's because you still have not acknowledged the fact that it was wrong to call us colonizers. As a veteran, I will even say I seen some stuff in the military that I would pray to God my kids never join because it's that toxic, and I do not agree with it. However, the military is what's taken Black people out of poverty and instability within this American society because of redlining. Go Google that so that way you understand why so many of us are in communities that is just unfortunate and lack of resources. We're not just out here doing whatever because we want to. We're out here trying to survive, just like you guys are trying to survive over there as well. So no, we are not using your clips as rage bait. We are trying to show you, hey, don't call us that, because that's not the case.
Israel has been utilizing Palestinian people as target practice for brand new weapons that they have developed in order to sell to foreign countries because it has been tested and proven. But yet you have time, space, and energy to be racist towards Black people. As a lover of history, just seeing how everything is unraveling with advocates for Palestine, I don't think you young people understand the damage, the severe damage that you caused. The relationship between Palestinians and Black folks goes all the way back to the 1950s. Malcolm X has gone on record advocating for Palestine. Martin Luther King Jr. has gone on record advocating for Palestine. Prominent Black civil rights leaders have advocated for Palestine all the way up until their deaths. Black people have been protesting for the behalf of Palestine since the first Nakba. And for y'all to do the fuck shit that y'all doing right now is a slap and a spit to the face to your ancestors as well as mine. Y'all showed up to a Kamala Harris rally protesting, calling her a murderer and all this other stuff. But you didn't have that same smoking energy for Donald Trump. You did not have that same smoking energy when Donald Trump made Jerusalem a holy city, the capital of Israel. I didn't see not one single protest. While y'all coming up in my comment section talking about, no, it's just a handful, we're doing it right. Fuck you. Because you don't have that same smoking energy for those creators with the millions of followers that is unraveling 60 plus years of allyship. I am not my ancestors. I'm not going to turn the cheek. You got one time. And anyone who fucks with me, anyone who rocks with me knows second chances always escalates to disrespect. I unfollowed a lot of fellow Black creators because we were on opposite sides of this entire discourse, only for you to prove them right. Your people is in the middle of a genocide, and you had time, space, and energy to be racist towards my people. Your people are shoving the bodies of babies and children in ice cream trucks used as makeshift morgues, but you got time, space, and energy to be racist towards Black people. The same Black people that was exchanging notes in regards to how to handle the police, what to do when mace gets thrown in your face, how to handle certain tactics that American police officers were learning from Israeli Defense Forces. But you got time and energy to be racist towards my people. Fuck you. Israel since the 1940s have been utilizing weapons on your people. Israel has been utilizing Palestinian people as target practice in order to sell weapons to other countries. But you got smoke and energy for Black folks. My allyship comes with conditions. You're on your own. You fight your fight. You got this. Congratulations for imploding 60 plus years of allyship between Black and Palestinians. You got this. You want Donald Trump in office? You got this.
People voting to protect their own safety and their community is okay. It's valid, okay? If a Black person comes to me and says, hey, I'm gonna vote for Kamala because I quite frankly feel like my life is under danger with the Trump presidency, that is completely like, who the fuck am I to tell them what to do? Content creators, we're not the people actually suffering. We just spread the news and the awareness on the people who are suffering. We come to America due to what American imperialism has done to our native countries, but at the end of the day, we live in America. We don't go through the suffering that the people who we're talking about are going through. Therefore, a couple of content creators being ignorant, quite frankly, and not understanding are not a representation of the movement itself. It's discouraging, it's disheartening, I know. But a couple of content creators should not pass judgment on the full movement and the suffering of a group of people. Because content creators are just content creators at the end of the day.
Watching the messaging tone and rhetoric shift in pro-Palestine content creators has been distressing, and I really hope they realize the danger of it before it's too late. Sunny Day Jones, when she is not teaching into the internet void, I'm a messaging and audience professional, specifically in digital messaging and audiences. And how do I say this in a short and sweet way? Wait, before I say it though, I want to make it clear that I'm not talking to Palestinian content creators because I have rarely seen them do this. I'm also not talking about pro-Palestine activists and organizations on the ground because I have never seen this wrong-headed behavior offline, ever. Shifting your messaging in order to accommodate a more moderate or outright racist part of your audience base, in order to make up for a part of your audience base that you think you've lost to someone or something else, that is a political movement communication strategy that is as old as the stolen United States. And I say that because what are the Democratic and Republican parties? They're political movements. And every time those two dominant political movements feel like they're losing ground, what do? They decided that their mistake was not making moderates and outright racists feel more comfortable. Because look, we might disagree on a lot of things, but what we can all agree on is that those people are so uneducated that they don't even know that what they're doing is harming them. Look, the ones who vote for Democrats, they're going to vote for Democrats. But at least we can all agree that we're tired of identity politics and political correctness being used to keep us from having opinions about a Black person. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Right. But yeah, this political communication strategy is so ingrained in our society that you're probably doing it and not even realizing it. But either way, I hope the messaging strategy stops because it does not work long term. And in freedom movements, it doesn't even work short term.
I've been seeing a lot of Arab Americans on this TikTok trying to tell Black people how they're to vote. I'm a Jamaican American. I'm a mixed Jamaican American, and I am voting for Kamala Harris. You know why I'm voting for Kamala Harris? Because I know that if Trump gets into office, every one of you Arabs will be deported out of this country. Every single one of you. So don't tell us that we don't have the right to vote, that we should be taking care of the world. Fuck no. We need to take care of America first before we go and take care of the rest of the world. Because you know, I know, the entire world knows that Trump already instituted a Muslim ban that was upheld by the Supreme Court. When he starts supporting your asses, it will be upheld by the Supreme Court, because they will say you are a danger to America. And that is why I'm voting for Kamala Harris. So get off your high horses and stop with this uncommitted shit. It's absolute shit. You're going against everything to stop Trump from totally destroying Gaza. You think he won't send 2,000-pound bombs? He'll probably send 4,000-pound bombs. What is wrong with you people? Don't you know the history of America? Don't you know we deported millions of Mexicans back in the 50s? You need to stop the stupidness and stop telling black Americans what they're to do. If you followed history, you would know. It is because of the black Americans' fight for civil rights why your asses are even here. And I don't hear one of you, I've never seen one of you on this TikTok fighting for the Congo, fighting for Eritrea, fighting for all of those countries in Africa that are suffering. Never. And then you have the audacity to be telling black Americans what they should and should not do. Fuck off.
Save Israel, right? Save Israel. And when I'm back in the Oval Office, I will support Israel's right to win its war on terror. They have to have a right to win. Thank you. And I will give Israel the support that it needs to win, but I do want them to win fast. Wouldn't it be nice if they could win fast? And we have to let them win fast. To our enemies around the world, we want our hostages back, and they better be back before I assume office. If Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are elected, the radical left flag burners and Hamas sympathizers will not just be causing chaos on our streets, they'll be running U.S. foreign policy in the White House, and Israel will be gone. It will be gone. I never thought I'd say that a year ago, even 2 years ago. I never thought I'd say it. But Israel will be gone, I believe. And remember, everything Trump said was right. Do you ever see the sign? Everything I said was right. I actually think it's true.
Do you know why I played the last video? I played the last video because I needed you all to say it, because it looks like black people are very selfish, right? Which we are. I'm not going to deny that. We are very selfish, and we choose to be very selfish from now onwards. Now, I am going to go back, right? Let me start with that young lady. And while I am going to explain this, I will try as much as I can to make sure that I don't dabble around. Now, let's start by saying she said that we stitched her video and we were race baiting, right? This is to tell you how ignorant these people could be, right? They think we are fools. They think we do not know anything. They think that, our brain is not, like, we do not have brain cells. You all watched the video where she basically said that she would want us to stop everything we are doing and give them full attention. And the young man asked her, "So you want us to die for you?" She said, "Yes." That is what she wants, right? So now we are the ones raise baiting. It's okay. We always raise bait. That is what we know how to do best. Then she went further to say that she saw people hailing, like, praising Kamala Harris, right? And how could we, Black people, go from supporting them to hailing Kamala Harris? This is to tell you how I think I have used selfish a lot here, but these people are totally selfish and they do not want anything good for us and not for us. Because if you love me that much, ooh, 1 minute, I just found out something, right? I need to clip something. I'm interrupting something. Please bear with me. I really need anybody to hear me loud and clear. Oh, yeah. Okay, done. So the fact that I know that they're already mad that we are supporting Kamala Harris, right? But they absolutely do not want to hear anything that we have connection with Kamala Harris. But young lady, I am very sorry that our Black people this time around are not putting anybody first. This time around, we are done with that play because we've been playing all this while with you and we're done playing, right? Now, Black people are focusing on themselves and I love it for us. I love it for my cousins. I love it for my brothers. I love it because I cannot be fixing you when you cannot fix me. There is an adage that says when the left hand wash the right hand will at the same time reciprocate. We do not get all that from you, but mind you, I am going to tell you that our support is not transactional. We are not also expecting you people to support us. We do not want you to support us, right? But coming to tell us what to do in our own, like in their own country, where they live, it's really crazy. The fact that you all are not calling other people. I do not see you people calling other people, but it's only Black people that you all have the guts to call, saying that we join military. It's really crazy how you all, like, you speak English, but you do not know anything that got to do with Black people, right? Because if you understand, you definitely will know that Black people are also trying to survive in their own country. Are we going to talk about the redlining? Unfortunately, do you people really care about Black people? Of course not. You don't care because you all do not know there is what they call redlining. There is police brutality. There is the one that's Jim Crow, slavery, all those things. Are they still not there? They are still there. And you all wake up every day to call them privileged. How privileged are they? The ones that are privileged, I do not hear you people call them, right? But it's when it comes to Black people that you all raises your shoulder up because you can talk to them. Like one of the sisters said, relationship of how many years? You all woke up one day and decided that we are going to break it. And congratulations to you all because what you guys ordered has already arrived. And now this is to tell you how dumb most of you are. I said dumb. I am not mixing words. I said it, right? You saw the last video from this clip, right? What is the video saying? That I am going to help Israel achieve whatever they have to achieve very fast. Is that even ringing bell in you guys' ears? That is to tell you how silly most of you are. You all think you can speak English, or you all think you can come out on the internet, pick up your phone and look for a way to bash people. People that have stood for you for how many months? Like all years, not even months, all years, right? You think you can wake up one day, pick up your camera and destroy everything. You see that call you all are calling Donald Trump. If you guys see that, if you see the call, you definitely will jump out. I see a lot of you saying that you are in different countries, which you are privileged to be. There are so many people that look like me that are in Congo, Sudan, and all that do not have that privilege to live to another country. They are still in their country. In Congo, a child, 60 young girls are being SA per hour. Does that really make any sense to you? They are not privileged because they look like me. They do not have anywhere to go because they don't look like me. They are all in their hometowns going through it. But you all were up. I see a lot of people in, like, some of them coming out to speak. Some are still in America, right? And they all were able to get full education, which some of us, my people, do not even have that privilege. Some are still only owing student loan to this very moment. You all can testify to that in comment section. Now, let's get into this idea of being mad, like really, really mad, because we are supporting Kamala Harris. The truth is that we are going to keep supporting Kamala Harris, and nothing is going to change about it. It's either you all learn to live by it, or you all can look for somewhere to go where you can cast your vote. Because I see a lot of you saying that you cannot cast your vote in the United States because you are not a citizen. It's okay if you cannot cast your vote. You can actually move down to where you can cast your vote and stay there. Right? If you all think that you are not getting enough, the support, the tax money, that it doing so many things for you. I see a lot of people, Black people, sending donation to you all. Why are you all not in your home country to fight for yourselves? Why are you not in your own country to fight for yourself? If this is something that is too precious for you, if maybe Black people are not doing enough for you and they have changed their mind because they feel like it's time for them to take care of themselves first, people that are also do not have privilege, people that are going through it, that are looking for a way to make their life better, because that is what they are looking for. That's why they decided to vote for Kamala Harris, right? Now, let's get into this real good. Now, can I tell you all something? Now, Black people also decided that Kamala Harris is the person they are going to vote, not just only for themselves. They are also doing this for you all. But your stupidity is not picking that up yet. But eventually, you all will get to understand that they did you all great favor. Why? Donald Trump is anti-immigration. You know what? He is sending every one of you back home. He is sending you all back home. And if you are a Muslim, you are not also safe. Is that not something you all are supposed to use your initiative to understand? That Black people are wedging so many things for you. And you think Black people are trying to, like, we are selfish, like you all call it. We are all colonizers, right? We are rich baiting you because you are Queen Elizabeth I. We are being jealous of you because you are the queen of the world. We are being jealous of you because you have it all. No, nobody cares. Nobody's jealous of you. Nobody's also rich baiting you. But whatever you want to think is, I hope this video gets to you in peace. And if you think you want to talk, we can do a live stream and talk about it. But then I don't think I want to give any one of you platform, because there is not giving this thing giving you platform. You cannot call my own people colonizers, call them so many names, and want to also use my platform. No. But I hope you all find what you are looking for, because that thing you are looking for, if you find it, you are going to run and your legs will be touching your head. You know, that kind of life. It's going to be very, very hard. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.